Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Ivar the Far Walker. And we're picking things up pretty much right after the end of the last episode as we make our way back home to Quayar here. And this was just after our long journey to the funeral of the Pope and visiting our son over in Constantinople. And now we have returned to Quayar, where we have been appointed as steward by our liege, King Ingolfer. And yeah, let's just kind of figure out what we're going to do from here. I don't know why these contracts aren't going to go away. We can't take them because we no longer have a camp, but whatever. I guess they're just going to stick around. In any case, we've got a little bit of money that we can continue to develop Quayar with, and so I am going to construct some more buildings here. I'm tempted to just kind of focus on the money for right now. Hill forts could be good. Boost up the garrison a little bit. I mean, we are kind of, I would imagine that maybe the king might task us with building up some defenses here. So maybe we're going to build some hill forts in some defenses for our place here, because there is a lot of unrest and a lot of wars and stuff going on to the south of us, so the king might be a little bit concerned with that. I also want to continue to develop the town below. Quarries could be good. Tax and building construction time, it's not a huge boost. Hillside grazing lands. Let's see. Cattle pastures. Cattle pastures could be nice. And that's going to get the most money. Now, obviously, we're not getting the money from this, but our son is, and he's going to be paying us a portion of this. But I think quarries could be... Oh, yeah, and look at this. It ends up helping development growth. So I think we'll get some quarries going here in the foothills. And then I think we'll also continue to upgrade the prayer halls here. Yeah, let's see. Nice little bonus of money, plague resistance, and the holding. County control growth and piety. What about this? Why can't we do this? Upgrade. The Norse culture does not have crop rotation. All right. So we go from a chapel to prayer halls. It's a lot of our money. But I'll do it anyways, because Ivar is he's a pretty holy man. I think that he would probably be fine with doing that. Looks like we're just about to get another perk here relatively soon as well. We've got some items and random trinkets and stuff. Lucky rabbit's paw and things like that. We could potentially sell the maritime trading handbook, naval speed, travel speed. If we wanted to go for a stewardship lifestyle, we would actually get some decent bonuses from that. Treasure map. I'm just gonna destroy. No, can we? We can't destroy the treasure map. All right. Yeah, no, it won't. It won't actually let us. It just goes to a different artifact. I will say the treasure map did bug out for me. It does that sometimes. Not really sure why, but lucky rabbit's paw. I guess we'll keep it. We should give the lucky rabbit's paw to... I think we'll give it to our son, Lucidio. Let's grant him offer gift. Gift artifact, the lucky rabbit's paw. There we go. Enjoy, son. Hopefully luck will find you too, and we've unlocked the diplomacy lifestyle perk. We're going to go for flatterer. Just a little bit of a ways away from patriarch, and I think after that it's entirely possible that we might do a stewardship focus for a little bit and try to use that to build up our realm and get some development going here, because I think Ivar does want to do the best he can to develop Quayar into a great center of learning and just a well-established place. He wants to leave a mark on history beyond just his travels. So I think that's cool. And we did bring our dear friend Theodosia Skrinarios here along with us, and You know, I wonder if Ivar might be finding a little bit of romance. We shall write her a poem. The candle is burning low when I finally finish my poem. Before I send it, I give it one last read. Your eyes are like a glittering ocean. I wish only to hear your voice again that I may know the touch of the divine, my darling Theodosia. I guess Ivar, you know, I guess he is finding a little bit of love. Well, I cannot encourage you, Count Ivar. I'm most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Theodosia. Playing hard to get, are we? All right, well, that's probably not going to work very well with Ivar because he is the charmer of all charmers. Looks like the king is sending out some raiders. I'm not sure where the raiders are going. He's not raiding our neighbors, is he? Huh, I wonder. No, it doesn't look like it. But why? It seems like he's going into the lands of Galicia. I'd be very curious to know if he is going to raid Galicia for some reason. Raiders of Burgos, I mean, there's a bunch of them there. And they are going up that way. Curious indeed. Burying the hatchet. Count Ivar, we've had our differences in the past, but don't you agree it's time to let bygones be bygones? Yeah, all right. Ivar is absolutely not one to hold a grudge. Romance, a rare flower. As my morsel and I walk through the Quayar gardens, I gesture at the greenery around us. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals your own, my lady. There is one, she says with a mischievous smile. A rare orchid from Novgorod, which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The monastery ruin in Quayar is the only place where it thrives in these regions. Surely I can find a merchant willing to sell me one. I will brave the runes for you. Nearly impossible. I already have it in my... Yeah. We're already a herbalist. Or Artavan might be able to help me out because Artavan is a herbalist as well. You know what? I think even though we could do it, no, I think we'll, yeah, let's get Artavan's help. Why not? Artavan, don't you recall seeing such a flower here? A flower from Novgorod, which is, you know, all the way over here. Oh, there used to be a kingdom here. A kingdom by I think the brother of one of these guys. Was he ruling Vladimir in Finland? Yeah, what happened to those kingdoms? Queen Svanhildr of Vladimir. Okay, so she's still down here, but she lost... Oh, she still considers herself the Queen of Finland, but she definitely doesn't hold much of Finland. Yeah, the Finns have broken off, so good for them. Good to see. They shall not be ruled over by the Russian Queen Svanhildr. Never. We won't have such a thing. Oh, he is raiding them. Look at that, man. So King Ingolfur must have a little bit of a bone to pick with the King of Galicia, King Hastin. That's cool. So the Norse realms are going against each other here. He's raiding his capital too. 23 days left. Curious to see how that's gonna go. Lady Theodosia, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. Oh my gosh. She wants us to sustain yourself on nothing but my love for several days. My devotion will carry me through. Sure, we'll try. We managed to avoid sustenance. All right. That's a little rude. That's a little mean of her to demand that, but okay. Ivar's got a thing for her though. How's this raid going? Is it done? 15 days left. Let's see. I mean, are they gonna pull it off? What's gonna happen once the raid is done? And is the king himself? The king himself is leading the raid. That's badass. What's gonna happen here? A lady's honor, by God, Theodosia is an insufferable doxy, says my son. My son throws back his head. Vile lies, draw your sword, buffoon. You should apologize to the lady. Yes, son, apologize. And we convince him to apologize, yeah. Can't have our son be rude to a lady like that. Oh, so what happened over here? Did anything interesting happen? He was killed during a siege. Nope, that wasn't this one. So, I don't see anything major happening there. Does Ingolfer have any prisoners in his court? Maybe did he capture anybody? Well, he's got somebody, but probably not from that court. Gunhilder. Oh, he's got Ravensblood. What is Gunhilder, Ulfric's daughter of House Ravensblood, doing in the prison there? She's in the dungeon, too. She wasn't married to anybody, huh? I mean, Jarl Eiriker probably can't be too happy about that. That his sister is imprisoned there. Interesting. Oh, and look at this. You know, there's all this politics because Queen Ingerdr is the wife of King Hastings. So, yeah, interesting. House Ravensblood is obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to rebel or something at this point. Maybe they might become rivals or something there, considering the situation that's going on over here. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out going forward. But yeah, Jarl Eiriker probably can't be happy with this situation, considering. And I don't think that this is actually reflective of Jarl Eiriker's actual opinion, considering his sister's imprisoned and then his other sister just got raided by the king. So yeah, fascinating. Looks like our romance scheme is just about to conclude here relatively soon. The Wild Hunt. Theodosia suggested a hunt, and we shall go ahead and romance her. And here we are. There's a stag. It's just about to strike her. I need you, my love, right here and now. She becomes our soulmate. So perhaps Ivar, after all this time, has found love again. You know, this was a woman, well-learned woman, whom he met in Constantinople, you know, and who, you know, he had that friendship with, and, you know, she's come back with him to Quayar. They've spent a few months together, and I think that Ivar might finally be able to marry again. Ooh, in a grand wedding? Yeah, why not? Let's host a grand wedding here. Plan the grand wedding. We've got the money for it after all. All right, and let's do it here in Quayar, in our capital. Oh wow, look at the guests. Oh, there's a lot of guests. A lot of people want to show up to this. Everybody wants to see Ivar here because he's at this point. You know, okay, let me explain this, because at this point, Ivar's book has been written. It's been out for, you know, several years. People will have heard his story. He's still alive. So everybody in this region's heard his story. You know, he went to the funeral of the Pope. You know, he's been a guest of the Emperor of Constantinople. People know Ivar, and so people want to come and hear his story. And so I think that it totally makes sense that that this would be the case here. So yeah, there's a ton of guests. How much of a good wedding? Troubadours and exotic fiends. Yeah, let's do that. We gotta have some troubadours. Generous feast, gargantuan meal. How much can we afford here? Oh, the wedding venue probably can't go that high, but we can definitely do a lot of food and drink. We should probably save a little bit of money, right? No, let's do a big meal. Recreation, diplomacy. Maybe we can get some diplomacy with I guess we'll see. The Jarl of Vizcaya. We'll leave it for now. Curious Is the Pope? No, the Pope's okay, so the Pope's not actually going to show. But yeah, we could probably do some diplomacy. Let's get somebody on our side. Who? The Prince Bishop of Goriza? That could be an interesting one. Sheikh Lub of Nayera. Let's see. Or the King of Galicia. I don't know. I don't think we want to get friends with him considering tensions are high. But what about Jarl Harold? He is the Chancellor. All right, let's do it. All right, I think that this is good. There we go. Let's host a wedding here for us and our dear wife. And I presume that our children and stuff are going to arrive as well. Yeah, here's Mayor Lucidio, and Artavan is here, of course. Saga, and you know, our children are going to celebrate their father. Isaac de Kayseri's here, naturally. Yeah, of course our court is going to be showing up. And yeah, let's see what kind of interesting events we maybe get. Huh? My soulmate Theodosia has revealed that I'm seeing them in secret. What? And we've been arrested for this? Right before our wedding? Huh. What kind of politics is this? Sorry. This is actually crazy. We have gained the trait fornicator. This is actually a little bit kind of crazy. The king is using this. This has to be just an excuse because we're obviously about to be holding the wedding. But they accused us of fornication and they use that as some sort of pretense to arrest me? Why? Maybe it's because our influence, maybe we have too much influence. Maybe King Ingolfer is worried about this situation. You know, there's probably some crazy politics going on, considering, you know, he just went and raided King Hastin. You know, there's all this stuff with House Ravensblood. And, you know, King Ingolfer here, he's probably heard rumors that we are friends with Ordonu here, who's starting to gather up some troops and has some. So you know what? I bet you he is starting to become worried about the power that we have in the realm, and thus he used some just completely ridiculous pretense to arrest me. Wow. Huh. Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous. Well, ransom ourselves. I mean, he would accept, but I'm not actually going to do that because I feel like he won't accept. You know, obviously, mechanically speaking, he would, but I feel like in order to explain this, there has to be some sort of politics going on here. Beyond all doubt, she has publicly named me as the father. Oh my gosh, maybe this was all planned. Child will be born a bastard. Yeah. I have come to the conclusion you cannot be entrusted with the dignity and responsibility of the county of Quayar. Therefore, I henceforth strip you of this title for the greater good of the realm. I cannot believe it. This is crazy, you guys. Holy crap. What? This is absolutely insane. Oh, man. This is so cool. This is absolutely for the people who haven't been watching this series, they're missing out because this is so cool. You won't get away with this. You will establish an adventure camp. Everything falls to Lucidio. No, that wouldn't make sense. Oh my gosh, we have to start a new adventurer camp. We're going to have to bring these characters back into our court. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Oh man, Vemender. When Vemender hears about this, oh man. So he oh, this is so I can't wait till you guys watch this because this is absolutely insane. I oh my gosh. So cool. The politics here. He got jealous. He must have gotten jealous. I don't know. Who knows what, who was it who convinced him? Who are the people in his court? There must have been some crazy politics, but and he probably stripped us of all that money and all of that. Huh. Wow. And we're still in prison here. Oh my gosh, yeah, and we're like dishonored here. Look at that, we've gone down a bunch of levels too. Oh my gosh. I will release you from prison, but not and he's oh my gosh, maybe it's all because of this? Huh. I'm willing to release you, but not, you have to give up the most Arabic faith? I think Ivar declines. Right? I think he declines. I don't think Ivar would give up his faith in this case. Our son is returned. We should let him rest and recover fully. Okay, let's... Enoch, can you treat him? We should let him rest and recover fully. Yeah, I'll make sure that he recovers. So he's heard of this, and he's come back, probably to like try to free us from prison. So Vemender is over here trying to free us from prison. Oh man, so cool. This is just absolutely one of the coolest things that has ever happened in any of our series. Oh, everything seemed like it was going so well. And then suddenly it completely changed. I mean, we're going to be able to bring our prestige back up very quickly here. But we're in prison though. Oh man, Vemender. Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm just kind of like, all over the place now, but I am just stunned by how epic this is. Become legitimists, become swords for hire, become explorers. We are wanderers. I think we're just wanderers right now, right? Man, that is so cool. Lonely days. When someone just talk to me, I'll yet find somebody willing to talk to me. that is actually so cool. Yeah, what's going on here? Escape from... Oh, do we want to try to escape from prison? No lifestyle chosen? We gotta go... Do we go back to wandering? Do we go to, like, intrigue? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that. Man, we got to escape from prison. This is... I kind of want to end the episode here, but I don't because it's been a short episode. Escape from prison? I think we got to, right? He might be displeased. Yeah, we got to try. I think we're gonna try. I think part of it is that Vemender has returned home, and he's gonna try to break us out. Oh man, our son. Oh, we gotta invite the kid back to camp here. Yeah, Vemender's gonna go and get the kid. Try to bring him back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Vemender managed to get his family out from Burgos, thankfully, and now he's gonna try to rescue us from prison. Whew. As soon as King Ingolfur's guards turn their backs to me and my fellow prisoner Theodosia, we strike. Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna pretend that, or we're just gonna act as though Vemender was the one who like orchestrated this. My many days imprisoned have left me weak, though, and as the guard slams an iron-clad fist into my stomach, I quickly find myself overwhelmed and pinned. Oh no. The guard prepares the finishing blow, but I see Theodosia looming over us, holding the guard's own knife. Soon enough, we're on the move again. So yeah, with our... oh my gosh. Yeah, so the two of us, we managed to get out of there. Vemender, yeah, presumably like helping us at some point during this. We make our way out into the night, leaning on each other. We laugh. We are free. What in the world is going on in this playthrough, you guys? This is so cool. This is easily the best campaign that we've had on this channel so far. We have never had events like this. Okay, so we're in Nyera right now. This is a dangerous place to be in. Where does Ivar have friends? Ordonu. I mean, Ordonu, he's over in Italy. We know the Pope likes us. Yeah, I mean, we gotta get out to Italy, I guess. All right, yeah, then that's where we go. We go to Rome. Absolutely insane. What's Rome doing? Attacking the Crusade for the Kingdom of England. Wow, that's cool as well. Okay, well, we're gonna go to Rome. Move our camp to Rome. Okay, we've got just enough. Oh, and our camp, yeah, our camp is back down. This is so awesome. Caravan Master. I am gonna, oh, you know what? Can we get some of our friends and like people? Can Artavan and these people invite to camp? Yeah, okay, so Artavan will join us once again. Zaid Garcia, you can't invite him. Best friends, spouses. I'll bring some of these people back into our camp, because I imagine a bunch of them would seek Ivar out once they realize what happens. But yeah, we're gonna head over and we'll get ourselves a caravan master here. Christina, our daughter, yeah, sure. All right, she'll be our caravan master. Our second in command, Vemender. Yeah, look at that. He's at the top. Excellent. Yeah, because he's a badass. Hell yeah. All right, there we go. Look at that. Personal physician, our son Enoch. Oh man, Enoch got kicked out of his lands as well. Oh, this is insane. This is the craziest turn of events. But our son, Lucidio, is still there. How did he retain his position? I don't know. I'd be a little bit concerned for him, though. Yeah, look at his opinion of the liege. Oh, man. I'd be a little bit concerned for him here. But he hasn't left yet, though, for whatever reason. Dang. Okay, yeah, let's get to Rome. Let's get out of here. We gotta get out of here. There is some danger on the way. Let us just do wilderness kit. We might be able to avoid some danger if we go this way. Okay, yeah, let's not take the wilderness kit then. Let's take the Pathfinder's gear. Okay, it's the same bit of danger. Maybe instead of that way, we go up through there. No, that's worse. There's danger here. Okay, there's going to be danger no matter what. So we're going to go through the forests and just hope for the best here. Man, this is, I can't believe this, you guys. Never in a million years could I have predicted that this is the way things are going to go. Artavan joins us. Heck yeah, Artavan, you're back in it. Oh, man. All right, we're going to get our daughter as a laureate. We need some guards. Ear? Yeah, because she's a shield. She's the shield maiden. Vemender bought one of our bodyguards. Yeah, all right. Renisa can be our stooge. We don't really need a stooge. What a crazy turn of events. For those of you guys who thought Ivar's story was done, you could not come up with something more insane than what has happened during this character's lifetime. Caught outside, a little bit of... We gotta get out of here, right? Entourage members may gain the ill trait. Now we have to just hurry. Child of my dynasty. Saga's had a child here. Halfdan. Olafur. Gotta name him after our father, right? Olafur. Name him after, yeah, let's see. Bigfoos, Erdune, Olafur. Crazy. Not to mention, so epic. We can choose a camp purpose. Too bad we can't become legitimists. Swords for hire, freebooters, scullers. I don't think scullers. I'm partially imagining that Vemender's gonna have a lot of influence here too, but man, what is I'm gonna have to get some thoughts from you in the comments because this is so cool. Helen, and oh man, at least we managed to bring our family with us. Helen is at an age where she absorbs everything around her, though present circumstances prevent me from giving her the finest of educations. The young lass seems no less eager to learn for it. Instead of the tutors and books that someone of more fixed wealth might feel entitled to, she roams the camp shadowing my officers and eagerly assisting them in their duties. We can get her to learn from Vemender. Yeah, I imagine that Vemender, so maybe even if Ivar was able to escape on his own, Vemender was definitely responsible for getting our family out of there. Because, like, we did see that he came back from Constantinople. And look at his traits. I mean, vengeful, calm, callous. This guy is not going to stand for our family being treated like this. Holy moly. This is so awesome. This is probably the most fun I've ever had in any of our playthroughs thus far. There we go, boosting that fame back up. Look at that. Oh boy, oh man. Okay, I know that this is a short episode, but I have to stop it here because I need to hear the comments from you guys. And no, like we have to. This has to get discussed before we continue on. So, man, I look forward to reading the comments on this episode because this was probably the most insane thing. I think the last thing that we can invite her to camp. I think the last thing that we're gonna do before the episode ends here is we are going to. Can we not marry her? How can we do that? I'll figure out how. Break betrothal, no. Can we only do, we can't do a grand wedding anymore though. So I'll figure out how to make this all work. But what an absolutely wild turn of events. This has been awesome. Ivar's story is so far from being done. This is so cool. All right, well, you guys have heard me gush over how cool this is enough. Let's end it here, and we'll see what happens in the next one, Wanderers. Until then, thank you for watching.